What is going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com, and I got a free pick for you from this Army versus George Washington college basketball matchup going down Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025. But before we get to that free pick, if you are looking for my best bets, the games I love the most, the ones that I have the most money on every day, you can find those at Pickdawgz.com by clicking the premium picks or the experts tab at the top of the page. You can also click the link in the description of this video below to get taken directly to my capper page. We give out so much free pick content here at Pickdawgz that you know the plays on the premium side are the best of the best. That's what Pickdawgz Premium is for. But we've also got our inner circle. It's something we've been mentioning a lot in our videos as of late. It's not for everyone. It's for those who are placing larger bets of at least $1,000 or more per game, which is the requirement to be accepted into this service. But we've had a lot of big bettors and high rollers join this club already, having a ton of success already with the one-on-one coaching, the bankroll management, the early releases. So if this sounds like something that's for you and that you're interested in, reach out to the number on the screen. We'll get you some more information. But let's get to this one between Army and George Washington from the Christie Arena to kick things off on Tuesday, an 11 a.m. Eastern tip. You know, I know it's not the sexiest game on the board, but a lot of you guys like to bet these early island games. So you know what, I'm going to cover it, make sure that we get you guys at least a free pick, or at least let you know my thoughts on this game. And you know, George Washington coming into this game 6-2 on the year. You know, they're coming off a 96-95 loss on a neutral floor against Murray State in their last matchup, while Army coming in 3-6 on the year. Back-to-back wins for the Black Knights. They're coming off the 81-78 win in overtime against Manhattan. But I'll tell you, you know, this is an Army team that early on this season just has had issues with keeping games close. And I get it, you know, when you play teams like Duke, you're going to get your asses kicked. They lost 114-59. And, you know, unfortunately, you know, the name of the game is to score more points than your opponent. And it's not necessarily about, you know, treating the service academies with respect as maybe you should. But, you know, then you look, Harvard came into their barn and won 75-52. And there's been other sort of beatdown games for Army to where it's hard for me to feel good about the Black Knights when they have to take the step up in competition against anybody. And George Washington, you know, I think right now is one of the better mid-major programs through the first month of the season in terms of, you know, some of the wins they've picked up. They're coming off of this tournament that was in the Cayman Islands where they faced some of the better fellow mid-major programs, you know, of the bunch, like McNeese, Murray State. Middle Tennessee's been solid as well over the years. And George Washington held their own against some of those big boys and did pick up a double-digit win over Middle Tennessee in that tournament as well. But what we've also seen from the Revolutionaries this season is that they've had no problems beating up on bad teams. You know, they have the win 99-95 on a neutral against South Florida. Now, granted, this is their first true road game of the season, but what we've seen from George Washington against teams outside the KenPom top 200, wins over Maine by 20, American by 40, Old Dominion by 23, and UMBC by 37. This is a top 30 offense in terms of efficiency for the Revolutionaries and Chris Caputo. You know, they're just outside the top 30 in three-point shooting, top 25 in two-point shooting, and it's problematic for Army because they don't defend the perimeter that well, and they are getting gouged inside for a 59.2% opponent's two-point percentage. They're 342nd out of 365 teams in adjusted defensive efficiency. They're not forcing turnovers. The only thing Army's doing well offensively is shooting free throws at a 74.6% clip. That's not good. Not the free throw percentage. The free throw percentage is fine. It's the fact that Army is the fourth highest three-point shooting team in the country in terms of shots attempted. They are fourth in three-point shot rate, 16th in three-point point dependency. This team lives and dies by the three, yet they're only hitting 29.3% from behind the arc to begin with. And George Washington, top 60 in three-point defense this season. Unfortunately for Army, I just think this is another spot where someone's going to come into their building and beat the crap out of them. Like I said, Duke did it by 55 points. Harvard came in and beat them by 23. We're expected to lay 20 here with George Washington. I'm still going to do it. I'm going to lay the points with G-Dub in this one. That is my free pick for this game. Thank you so much for checking out this free pick video. Let me know who you guys like in this game in the comment section below. And remember, if you are looking for my best bets, you can head to Pickdawgz Premium, or you can click the link in the description of this video below to get taken directly to my capper page. You can use the promo code PICK at checkout, P-I-C-K. Get 15% off your purchase, or until Tuesday 11:59 p.m. you can use the promo code CYBER, C-Y-B-E-R, and get $25 off your purchase. Best of luck. We'll see you guys soon.